Well, I am fortunate enough to be speaking today with Rob Brewer, who is the president and CEO of PUC Services. How are you today, Rob?
I'm doing well, Heidi.
I'm really grateful for the opportunity to speak with you today. An exciting announcement that did come on December 30th. You're partnering with Algoma Steel and investing $100 million into the community.
We are, yeah, and thanks for the opportunity to talk to you about it today.
Well, I mean, certainly $100 million is worth discussing. So now I understand that this is attaching, obviously, to the government's investment in the steel plant to convert the coke portion of the steel operation into a greener sort of capacity to reduce the carbon footprint. So tell me a little bit then about the PUC's plan and how they kind of fit into it.
Right. So the transition that Algoma is making from
Mm-hmm.
blast furnace technology to electric arc furnace technology
Yes?
basically requires energy that comes from electricity instead of from coke.
Okay.
And the result of that, of course, is a very, very significant carbon reduction. I think they're estimating about 70%
Wow.
carbon reduction from their operations.
Fantastic.
But it requires a lot of power. And so in order to facilitate it, you need to connect them through a 230 kV circuit,
Oh,
which there isn't currently available in Sault Ste. Marie
okay.
out to the west end. And so PUC is going to be partnering by putting in that 230 kV circuit
Okay.
and the associated substation or transmission station that's needed for that. And this is really a huge benefit to the community. I mean, you think about the carbon reduction, you think about the fact that ongoing generations are going to benefit significantly from that.
Right.
But it also allows us to provide some resilience out to the west end.
Right.
And so connecting a 230 kV station into the west end gives us some significant resilience
Okay.
on the distribution side as well.
Okay. So understanding then that obviously this is something that has to be built and then down the road presumably maintained. Is the PUC looking to create some employment opportunities?
Yeah, so this will create between 15 and 20 permanent jobs. Of
Permanent
course, there's going to
jobs.
be permanent jobs. It's creating another utility in effect. So PUC currently has two utilities, the water utility and the distribution utility.
Yes.
This will be a transmission utility.
Okay.
It will require, some dedicated engineering resources, dedicated station resources from our stations department, system control, and then a lot of finance and regulatory support. So it's a really good opportunity in terms of employment, both within PUC and with some service providers locally.
Okay.
And that's in addition to, there'll be more than that with respect to the construction. And the construction will happen in 2023, 2024.
Okay.
And we're going to see lots of opportunities for employment for those construction jobs as well.
Oh, wow, that's excellent news. So once the construction starts, then what is the projected timeline? I mean, obviously, it's projected because you may encounter some obstacles that were unanticipated. But how long do you see it taking?
Well, we're anticipating having the line built and up and running by the end of 2024.
Okay.
And in order to do that, we've obviously got a team that's really busy, really dedicated team that's busy right now putting together things required for the environmental assessment. So we've been active on that one for about 8 months now.
Okay.
We're going to start to do some community consultation over the next couple quarters with respect to that. And then we're looking at getting everything in place for the associated regulatory approvals that you need before you construct. So it's called the
Ah,
legal
yes.
process.
Ah,
We're looking to get
yes.
that in place by the end of the year.
Well, that's certainly good news on so many levels. When we think about, you provided a fairly significant statistic with regards to shrinking the carbon footprint. I look forward to the day when we no longer see those great plumes of smoke coming out of the steel plant. Am I thinking in the right direction on that?
Well, I mean, we're the electricity provider. They're the steel makers. But I think if you think about it in terms of the reduction by 70%,
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot less smoke.
Yeah.
And I think we can all appreciate. I mean, it's a really significant leadership commitment from Algoma to invest. They're investing $700 million, some with some government support, but also a lot of their own,
Mm-hmm.
in order to make this happen.
Right.
And I think we got to congratulate them for making that step. I mean, it really will benefit generations to come here in Sault Ste. Marie.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right. Well, are there any final words that you'd like to share with us, Rob?
Just the opportunity here in connecting the West End with the 230 kV service also opens up some growth opportunities for the city. And
Okay.
so one of the things that that we anticipate seeing, and I think Algoma is anticipating as well, is some associated businesses that will locate proximate to where they are, that will need similar types of electricity service, and which will open up significant other job opportunities. So I think we'll see this spin into a number of different avenues that will create some growth within the city, which I think is going to be great for all of us. The other thing I'd just like to highlight, I mean, this has been a really busy year for PUC.
Yes.
We announced not too long ago that we received regulatory approval for our smart grid project, which is the first of its kind in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing some really innovative lining technology approaches to regenerating some of our water mains, and now Transco. So,
Wow.
just congratulations to my own team here. They've done an absolutely phenomenal job over the last number of years, and what we're seeing here is the fruits of that. So certainly a big year for PUC.
Well, that's excellent and certainly very exciting. And you've illuminated my knowledge of what the PUC's been up to. So I'm particularly grateful for your time today, and I look forward to following the developments as they occur. Thanks so much for speaking with me today, Rob.
Thanks for the opportunity, Heidi. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.